this video, I'm going to be making a Roblox UGC item and showing you how you can make one too. If you've never used Blender before, I'd recommend my ultimate beginner tutorial. I'll leave that link in the description along with it in the pinned comment. So if you've never used Blender before, I have a tutorial showing you everything you'll need to know so that I can get straight to the point here. But yeah, let's go and start. So you're going to want to start by clicking on the cube here and deleting it, of course. You can always delete the light and the camera as well. And we're actually going to need to have something to work with. So I actually like to import a noob when I do this. If you want to get a noob into Blender, all you have to do is just start a new studio file, go to rig builder, insert a block rig, and then just drag the block rig somewhere near the center. So you have it in the spawn pad here, just like drop it into the ground, and that should be near the center in Blender. And then I just need to export selection. So by go to the workspace explorer here, and then right click on dummy, and then come down to the bottom, export selection. Then once you've done that, come back over to Blender, and we're going to actually go to file, and then import. And then you want to select the wavefront OBJ option. Here you want to find what you've saved it as, and then make sure you select the OBJ, not the MTL, select the OBJ, and then import OBJ. You can see here it's a bit off center. An easy way to fix that, sorry, this is future me coming in, go into edit mode, select it all using A, do Shift S, and then selection to cursor, keep offset. So we've now got in here our model. But yeah, so to start here, I'm just going to use number 1 on my numpad, or if you don't have a number pad on your keyboard, you can just use the things in the top corner. So to start with, what we're going to do here, we're just going to make a top hat, because top hat's a really simple first concept. So we're going to go here, Shift A, so you use Shift A, mesh, and cylinder, or you can go to add, mesh, and then cylinder. And we don't want to do a super high poly cylinder here, so we're actually going to adjust this number of how many, like, how high poly we're going to go here. I think I'm going to do a 12, so that it's not too high poly, but it's also not too low poly. We're going to go back into the side view here, and we're going to start scaling around. So I'm going to be using S on my keyboard, and moving this around, scaling it to get a nice start. So we're actually going to go here and we're going to do S to scale, then press Z to mean it will only do it on the Z axis. So you see this, and now this is what we're going to do for the band of the top hat. So once we've done this here, we'll scale it up a little bit more, and there we have the very first part of the top hat. So this is where now we're going to have to go into edit mode and do a bit more with it. So we're going to go into edit mode here, and we're going to press A to deselect all. And we want to select this top band. So you could just select all the verts individually, or you could just press Alt and click. If you press Alt and click, it'll select the whole line. And now you're going to want to press I on your keyboard. As you can see, when you press I on your keyboard, it creates more verts, like inwards on the mesh. And once you pressed I, scale it in a bit, just so that you don't want it to be going through the head of your model, but you want it to be very close. And then once you've done this, you want to press E, and you scale it up, and you've literally got a hat now. This is where you're going to have to do a bit more customization with this, but this is the first part of your hat. The first step I like to do is I like to make sure I select this top part of the hat and then scale it a bit. As you can see, it makes it look a little bit more cartoony and cool. And you may even want to make it a bit round by selecting it, and maybe you extrude a little bit, press S on your keyboard, and then just keep pressing E and then S. And now it's kind of got like a beveled top. I think that looks really nice. This looks more like a chef hat now, but it's what I mean. You can make whatever you want in Blender and make it a UGC concept, for example. Like, you can make stuff really easily. I could make you more examples for this video, but I want to keep it simple and make it so that you beginners can take it in easily enough. But say, for example, you want a band on your top hat, like a little ribbon. What you want to do is you can do Control R on your keyboard. If you make sure you're in edit mode and do Control R, and you get this thing come up, this like weird yellow thing, make sure it's in this area where you want it, and then left click. So it's basically creating a loop here. This creates a loop, and by creating this loop, once you've left clicked once, it'll let you adjust it, and then you pick the height where you want it. I'm gonna have my ribbon just down here, so you want to left click once it's there. And then we're gonna do exactly the same thing again. So Control R, left click, get it in the position, and then left click again. So now we actually have the basically our loop set out. But you can see if we go out of edit mode here, nothing's different. So what you want to do is you want to go back into edit mode here, and you want to go and in my beginner tutorial, I show you the different modes. There is the vertice mode, line mode, and face mode. So we're going to want to go into face mode here, as you can see, and you want to press Alt and click on here. And then you've got the faces selected. So make sure you're in face mode, Alt and click, and you get this. And then this is where we're going to actually make this into a band. So we're going to actually go here and press E. but it won't actually do anything. So once you pressed E, right click. And by right clicking, it looks like nothing's happened, but you've actually got an extra layer of faces here in this band. And this is where it's just easy. You just want to go and press S. By pressing S, you can see it's scaled outwards. But then there's like this weird, like, it does go down a bit. There's a bit of a ramp. So you could just press S and then Z. So just scale on the Z axis and adjust it around a bit and make your band how you want it. But as you can see here, that band looks pretty good. You can do so much with this. You can add 2 bands if you want to add more loop cuts. You can go like that, and then you could just add another one. You could, and yeah, you can literally do what you like. And that is what's so fun about modeling. Once you've learned the basics, which is what I'm here to teach you how to do, you can make whatever you want. Like, you can make something come out here. You could make the most funky looking thing ever, like this, and something. Maybe it would be a I don't even know what I'm making right now. I'm just making something that's weird. There, we made the most weird thing ever. But yeah, this is what I'm just trying to say to you guys. You just need to take the shapes that you have in Blender and use the tools they give to make something cool, like a top hat like this. I'm doing a part 2 to this video showing you guys how to texture a UGC hat, which is again super simple, but I'm gonna do that in another part. So yes, please leave a like if this helped you. Subscribe for more modeling tutorials and just modeling videos on Roblox development. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.